Wouldn't it be nice to eat all you want and still lose weight? In a weight loss study conducted at the University of California at San Francisco, a doctor named Dan Ornish helped a group of people lose an average of 20 pounds, 9 kilograms, each. They did it by eating a vegetarian diet, without limiting their calories in other ways or undergoing any type of special exercise regimen.
So the conclusion, you can burn more calories than you eat with negative calorie foods. Before we go further, let me explain. A calorie is a unit of heat. In the language of food, calories are food energy. When digested, food gives the body energy. All foods contain calories, but a negative calorie food requires more energy to digest than it supplies.
For example, raw celery contains 10 calories per stalk. But you burn 20 calories by chewing and digesting that stalk of celery, so eating it actually sets you ahead by 10 calories. Obviously, eating such foods can help you lose weight. Eat veggies to create a calorie deficit. Not surprisingly, most of foods that fall into the negative calorie category are vegetables and fruits. Unprocessed fruits and vegetables with pulp, skin, and fiber take the body longer to break down than processed, sugary foods, which are quickly digested and absorbed. Asparagus, broccoli, lettuce, spinach, zucchini, and greens beans, for instance, are low in calories and also use lots of energy to digest. Asparagus contains a carbohydrates, insulin, that isn't digested until reaches the large intestine. Several fruits, including apples, berries, grapefruits, melons, and pineapples, fall into similar categories. So is it safe to survive solely on negative calorie food? The answer is indisputably no. People need protein and some fat for their body to function optimally. Inadequate intake of proteins can be especially disastrous for anyone trying to raise metabolism, as lean protein is one of the best building blocks for gaining tissue and more muscles can translate into a higher resting metabolism. But luckily, there are many creative ways to get proteins into your diet, especially if you are a vegan or somewhere in between. Half-cup serving of tofu contains about 15 grams of protein. Lentils are also a good source of protein, with 9 grams in half cup. A half cup of walnuts is about 9 grams of protein, and half cup of sunflower seed has about 5 grams. Peanut butter contains around 4 grams of proteins per tablespoon. A chickpea, which is found in hummus, contains 7 grams per third cup, and grains such as cashew and liver wheat have around 3 grams per half cup. Many breakfast cereals are also infused with extra protein. Supplies of proteins can also be found in broccoli, spinach, and kale, cashews, beans, peas, soy, and whole grains of bread and pastas, brown rice, oats, salad, and barley. When protein-laden foods are eaten and digested, they break down into amino acids. The body requires 20 different kinds of amino acids, 12 of which, called non-essential amino acids, can be produced in the body itself. The remaining 8, known as essential amino acids, must be consumed in order for the body to function normally. Complete proteins, found in meat, eggs, dairy product, contain all the essential amino acids. Incomplete proteins, on the other, contain only some of them. Therefore, you will need at least 2 incomplete proteins in a meal in order to create the equivalent of a complete protein. Note that negative calorie foods are not the same as empty calorie foods, such as candy, cookies and donuts, which provide virtually no nutritional value and contain high levels of fat and sugar.